What's going on, everyone? Sorry there haven't been as many updates in the past week and a half. I actually got COVID last Saturday is when I tested positive for it. I felt terrible Thursday and super tired Friday. Just kind of thought it was the end of the week, just normal tired self, but turned out to be COVID. So I wasn't able to be out in the shop working on anything. Just kind of did some office work, and that's about it. Mark finished up Kyle McCarthy's truck. It was here. I didn't get to take much pictures of it or video or anything, so that kind of sucks. And last time you guys saw the white truck that's now here, that'll be a cool build, but other than that, it's been about the same. It was just Mark and Richie out in the shop. Gavin actually tested positive for COVID also. So we haven't, this past week was not as productive as it should have been. So I wasn't able to be out here, like I said, so nothing got done on the shop car. Actually, I think Mark did a little bit. He got the inner roll bar, so I won't say there was nothing done. Mark did get some stuff done. He got some of the tin work done, some of the carbon work done. So got the rear fuel cell back in it, I think, to do the strips that we're going to put around it for the carbon fiber. So some stuff did get done, I will say that. But my portion being out here was not happening. So back out here today, I feel a ton better. Actually feel back to my normal self, but still don't have taste, which kind of sucks because I kind of like food, and not tasting food and my wife's cooking is pretty kind of sucks. So anyway, I'm kind of getting stuff bolted back up so I can do the cold side, just the straight up into the intake. That way that'll be done. I just want to make sure when we route things that need to be where they need to be are there. So that way we can weld some aluminum today. I was finishing up Kyle's truck and had to redo a couple of the tubes for the front end, but I had the welder set for aluminum, so I'm just going to knock out a bunch of aluminum stuff today. That way we can start getting the front end kind of together and start running some fuel lines and stuff. So I'm going to get building this small tube, kind of take you guys all along, kind of show you what it takes. So yeah, hopefully I can get that wrapped up today and knock off a few more things off the list. So the plan is that, so we got this Motion Raceworks. This is our 4-inch dual seal connector. Really nice piece. But the only issue is they can't add this to this because they already package them. So I'm not able to buy, so I had to buy the whole thing, which sucks because I get one extra side of this I don't need, and can't just add this to this, so I had to buy this separately. Kind of sucks. I was hoping I'd be able to buy this with this, you know, save the $30-something that this little piece is. So it is what it is, but we got this, so we can put this on and weld it on. The plan is to cut like back to here. That way this sits here and doesn't hit this. It's gonna be really close anyway. I'm gonna have to turn it because we're gonna have a shroud on there. So I should have clocked this a bit more, but I wanted it more forward facing than it is. So it's still not bad, but I'm gonna get that cut off, this welded on, and then we can start running some tubing. Alright, so I got that cut off. So I'm seeing if I can slip this in here. It would help with the alignment. I don't know if this is exactly the size. up though. Yes. So this always helps when you go and weld. If you can get that slipped in there, then you're not have a butt weld that's going to be pinched in there. Not pinched, but when you go to weld it, this is so thick that it's hard to keep the heat on this and not burn this away. So that way this is slipped on there. Now I won't have to worry about it eating it away. So we can turn the welder up to probably 200 something amps and get this cast portion heated up and hot, so it'll actually stick and not just be nasty weld on there. So I'm gonna peel. That might be okay. We're just gonna go ahead and knock this out. I gotta take this little O-ring out of here if I can get it out. That way I don't melt it. There we go. Don't want to lose that though. Set that over here. Should be good to weld. Let me flip on the welder. So we are welding with the AHP. I think you guys have heard me talk about the Dynasty and its issues, I guess you'd say. Not fun issues because it's an expensive welder. So the AHP I feel welds a lot better, which it shouldn't, but it does. So we're gonna rock it out on the AHP. I better peel this off before I go trying to arc weld to the table. It's a lesson you learn early on that gotta have a ground. It has to be a good ground. Oh, this tape's been on here a while. Alright, I think we got it peeled off, so it should be good. Shouldn't want to arc now. So this turbo has been ran before, so it's got a lot of junk. Got a lot of junk buildup in the pores, so it didn't weld the best. This is really hot, but it welded pretty well. It'll do. I'm glad that fit up there like that. So I'm gonna try bolting this on to the car right now while it's hot, so I can keep working and I don't have to wait for it to cool down. Wish me luck. So basically, there is not a lot of like perfect cuts in aluminum stuff. Unlike the headers, we don't have the blocks, obviously, because these would be massive. So a lot of kind of eyeballing. Once you've done it long enough, you can kind of see where you want things before they go. So I'm just kind of eyeballing stuff, getting it close to where I want it, and then making adjustments. I kind of messed up and only ordered one 180-degree bend of 4-inch, so it kind of sucks. So I'm trying to be fruitful with what I have, so I don't have to redo much. There is going to be a shroud on the radiator, so I'm trying to make room for that. It's not going to be a real big one, but as you can tell, I'm getting really close over here, so I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this distance is really close to the radiator, but we'll make it work. So this is looking pretty good. It's a little too far to this. I'd like to drop down a little further, so I'm going to go make a cut on this. Wait. So it's looking pretty good. Trying not to get it too close to this, but it is kind of pointed where I don't want it. I don't know, it's not too bad. I just don't have a lot of material left, so I'm trying to make the best use of it and not waste a bunch. A little tough, like I said, we don't have the blocks, so I'm making it work. So, in my infinite wisdom, I guess, I thought I ordered two 180-degree bends. I told you guys earlier I had one. Thought I ordered two. Well, that kind of brings us to a quick standstill because I'm about one 30-degree bend away from completing that. So, yeah, that is not fun. I hate getting stopped mid what we're doing. It drives me absolutely insane. So, I'm gonna work on, since I got the aluminum stuff set up, I'm gonna weld on this bung onto this, kind of like that, and then that will allow us to run our water pump on that. I'm hoping it's strong enough. I'm hoping it does. We don't have cracking issues with this off the end. I might have to run like a support up to one of these off the car. That way it doesn't crack it. Could be bad if that cracked and leaked water. So I'm gonna get that welded on, finally get these welded on, and then the radiator will be pretty much done. that's about it on that. So I'm gonna get to welding. Okay, so I got the tabs on the radiator finally mounted. Those have been tacked for months now. But the water pump is on with that fitting I was talking to you about. I'm probably going to have to trim some of this nose that's on this, this ORB fitting that's on the pump, because I can spin this further and it still doesn't tighten up. So I'm probably gonna have to trim off a decent amount. The fan's gonna be like right here, so it's gonna be close. I mean, that might not leak. I don't know. It's not really tight, but it's on there. But we'll have to see. We'll just have to see once it gets once we get all the fittings and stuff. But I'm gonna get, since we're on aluminum, I'm gonna put all the bungs in the fuel cell. That way we can wrap this up and get closed off, so we don't have to worry about stuff getting down in there and whatnot. That way that'll be done, and then we can work on everything else. So I'm trying to get, there's a ton of stuff to do, so I'm trying to do it in the most effective manner. It's a little overwhelming, I guess you could say, because there's so much to do. But I'm trying to take it one step at a time, just knock off one thing at a time. Hopefully we'll get there. It's a lot. So just trying to systematically go about it and make sure we have the parts to do it. I think one of the biggest thing next is to run the fuel lines, because without that, I don't really know where anything else is going to go, because I got like fuel pressure regulator I need to mount, just a bunch of random stuff that needs to happen with the fuel line. So that'll probably be the next step. But other than that, I'm going to get on this and get those drilled and welded up. So this is always the hardest part of making the feed and return, is this return line. So we always put these little necks on here, so when you got fuel coming back in on your return, it doesn't aerate the fuel inside the tank. So you have this probably reaches like an inch off the bottom. So as long as you have an inch, you're not going to have fuel that's rushing in and just splashing in there. You know, it'll be a controlled, it'll be more of a controlled flow in there. But welding these kind of sucks to get it straight, and it's difficult. It's not terrible, it's just getting it to stay where you want it is the hard part. Once it's on there, it's not bad. So now that it's on there, I can set this down here and just go to town. Not terrible. That's what it looks like when it's done. So normally on a lot of setups we do a dash 12 feed with the dash 10 return. Because our Aeromotive return has the same size return as it does a feed, I just went ahead and made this a dash 12 also. We can always neck it down if need be, but I just want to make sure that these line this in here. It's hot, so